So today I decided to wear all black because I'm gonna bury you bitches.
I'm the librarian, and I came to read.
I hope that you hoes have had life insurance because there's a funeral about to happen and my ass is not gonna pay for it, bitch. So I hope that you have been making your goddamn payments. I hope that you're up to date with your goddamn policies because I am about to put you hoes 6 feet goddamn under. I am sick of you racist ass white goddamn people, and I'm also sick of you homophobic ass motherfuckers. I'm also sick of you transphobic ass bitches. But let me tell you something. I don't know how the fuck you guys managed to wrap all those 3 things in one, along with anti-Semitism, xenophobia, all that shit wrapped in one. And instead of calling it what it is, racism and homophobia and shit like that, you bitches want to go ahead and try and rebrand racism. How the fuck? Okay, maybe I can see BP rebranding after that oil spill. Maybe I can see, Coca-Cola rebranding, getting a new logo, making sure their website looks different and up to date. Those are the type of things that I can see being rebranded. Maybe your favorite artist rebranding from era to era. They're serving you trashy ass, tired ass wigs in one era because that was the start of their career and they didn't have any funding. But now they've rebranded and they're giving you platinum wigs. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of things that I can see. Maybe you talking about rebranding, but bitch, you hoes really want to go ahead and try and rebrand racism, ho. Racism was just like you hoes told me that God is. The same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, girl. She is going to remain the goddamn same. You hoes tried to do that shit with the Republican Party. Y'all tried to make sure you push the name GOP, Grand Old Party. So it's like, girl, if you have been viewed as trash, just because you changed the name of it doesn't mean, and you hold the same values, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden we're just gonna forget about what the fuck racism means. We're gonna forget about the stupid ass shit that the Republican Party has done. Girl, just because you changed the name doesn't mean all that history that you have built, all the garbage and bullshit that you have done, it just goes away, okay? I think some of you bitches lack common sense. If you want to go ahead and rebrand, let's say rebrand a company, what they would do is to also reposition. And what positioning is how your company is positioned in the minds of your consumers. So Axe, for example, the Axe company is positioned as a company that is cute and trendy right now. It's trying to be inclusive with that new campaign that has done Find Your Magic. They're trying to get us to see the company, or they're trying to position the company as something for millennials, giving the girls a new cut, a new color, a new look. Bitch, is Justin J pulling up in my goddamn house? Yes, girl! What's the tea? Bitch! Hold on, bitch. Bitch, I think he just came inside my goddamn house, girl. I got the motherfucking key. Yes! You got your little bag and shit, girl. It's my conference bag.
Yes, from the
ma'am. Yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, bitch, I brought you some condoms and shit. So,
big trick. Sex with me some.
Not too much, cause
Rihanna might
snatch my video. What's going on? You
nothing.
Girl, I'm looking a mess. I just left Trish's house.
You did? Was it cute?
It was. We just cuddled.
That's nice.
It was real cute. We just had a little cuddling session and we went to sleep and I snored on his ass.
Child, that's what I be doing.
I was so goddamn tired, bitch. So, bitch, I had to change motherfucking clothes, bitch.
Yes,
it was a little toasty here. Y'all know Adrian has get real cold quick. So, bitch, she got this heat on, bitch. The heat is on. Now it's time to put it on the whites in Ohio.
Okay, bitch, it's time to grill some of these hoes talking about Ohio Trump and all that shit. They was doing some Nazi propaganda type of bullshit. And as I said earlier, when you try to rebrand, you also have to reposition. I was explaining what repositioning means is like how you want your consumers to view your product or your company. So it's like if you have the same values and you try to rebrand, girl, it's still gonna be trash.
But this is so funny now. This is my first time hearing anything. I've seen bits and pieces about the alt-right and stuff, but I wasn't sure what it was. Alt-right is cute now. It's a cute as far as like, is that the people who are trying to say that, white America needs to take back over?
Yes. So
it's a cute word, and I will not.
It's a cute wording, which is why I say if you want to rebrand, you also have to reposition. You have to get new values, but they don't. So that's the same thing they were doing with GOP, and that's what I was talking about. And Republicans.
Oh yes.
So they try switching this shit around, girl, and I'm like, call it what it is, girl. It's racism.
It is.
Girl, and I see all you hoes rapping, as I said earlier, wrapping up this xenophobia, propaganda and transphobia and homophobia and racism into one thing, girl, and you just don't call it what it is. So that shit's crazy to me.
It's so funny how it's so different. Like, it's so many people being discriminated on. It's just not someone based on their race. It's based on their sexual orientation, where their class and where religion. It's a whole bunch. So it's just like you don't want anybody else to be in your surroundings unless they look, preach, pray, eat, and everything like you. And it's sad. It's really sad.
They want the population to be homogeneous.
Girl, they serving me fucking Harry Potter teas, no mudbloods, bitch. Girl, these whites are out of control.
I'm telling you, and as I said, you were saying earlier when you had to cuss these hoes out at the motherfucking car place, bitch.
I had to cuss their ass at the dealership because it seemed like, well, white people have all, and I'm not gonna say, some white people have always had this energy around them that when they go to some shit, like, shit's supposed to be done. So I was at the dealership, and this white man was going off to me. So why you didn't park my car where I left it? Talking to one of the workers. It's like, it's a way to talk to people. Like, you can sit up here and say, you know, is there any way for you to bring the car to where it was? But he was just talking. I was like, girl, not in 2016, bitch. You barely got to January 20th, bitch. You ain't gonna be talking crazy to somebody, especially somebody of color. So every time a white person tries to get crunk with somebody out of control, I'm going to step my ass in.
I was on FaceTime. He sure checked their ass. He's talking about Obama's still in office now.
Bitch, they tried me because like there's certain privileges that I have to let people know, because when I went to the dealership to get some shit done with my car, they didn't treat me right. But I said if it would have been a white man in a Corvette, y'all would have made sure that his service was handled, and if it was not to the perfection it should have been, you would have probably comped some shit or did something extra. So bitch, you gonna treat me the same way.
Girl, and yeah, if we had a badge running around here with a motherfucking Maserati or some shit,
they would have treated me.
But see, people don't realize that's how you get and maintain business. You treat everyone like how
exactly,
you know what I mean. So,
exactly.
But I want a lot of you white hoes to understand and know that you're getting a little bit out of goddamn control, bitch. We're known for shaking the goddamn table. So I promise you, if you stand on that bitch and you think that you gonna be secure, bitch, we gonna come in there.
Bitch, I'm gonna come in and take this shit.
Oh, this bitch is shaking the table.
Shaking the table.
Bitch, I'm telling you right
now. This bitch is bitch, what was that? That was Mimi from Love and Hip Hop.
That shit was so goddamn funny. But yeah, Donald Trump got these hoes thinking that they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. This alt-right movement is getting crazy as fuck because they realize they have control of the Senate, they have control of the Congress and the executive branch. So girl, they're like, well, we finna get crunk when we can't get crunk. And it's like,
and it's about to be the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court is
because he has to appoint, I think, up to 3 judges. We know he has to do one. Ginsburg is supposed to be saying that she's going to retire a child. After this shit that's going on, she might try to live forever.
It's some racist ass motherfuckers that can live until 150. I'm like, if your hoes don't die off, girl.
Child, listen, but Ginsburg, she got some issues and stuff, but she's kind of, I'm not sure if a Democratic president appointed her, it might have been a Republican, but she has some liberal views, but she just does not want to tip the course. She kind of, she's been the one to, vote against some of the stuff they like. Girl, no.
Okay.
Like, she's split.
But
I think she has.
And we see how Donald Trump has been cleaning house and putting all these racist ass people in
nationalists, all these type of stuff. And these people just don't see it. Some people thought it was really a joke. It's really not.
And they thought it was a game. Ha ha, girl. And that's why it was so hard on people for not voting or whatever. And it's like, yes, they're politicians. All politicians lie.
Mama and daddy's lie. They've done us.
Yes, girl. Your own mama and daddy lie. You don't have to like your politician, girl. But what is going to be the best for you and the people that you care about? I think people were I don't know. I think a lot of people are trying to be cute and different, like, girl,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and then it's like you have to think about what is going to benefit you. And then the argument about the electoral college and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's completely outdated. It's completely outdated.
They were saying though that California, Texas, and New York has the most amount of people. So 1/3 of the voting power of the whole country will rely on those 3 states. So how do you tackle that problem if you were just trying to do it by voting? If you're by popular vote.
Well, it depends because everybody that's in Texas is not primarily Democrat or Republican. Just the same way in California. So it kind of balances out. I think it's more towards the electoral college because it's just like Texas has been red for so long. So it's just like those people who voted Democrat votes don't count.
I see what you're saying.
So it's just like that combined California's high demographic or whatever kind of, you know, balances out with Texas, you know, kind of red state type of stuff. So it's complicated.
It is complex, and no, I think that we have made people understand, even if they try to act ignorant, understand what racism is, and they don't want to be associated with such a negative, you know, term, but they still want to hold on to their beliefs. So they're just changing the name at this point.
They don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Right. I mean, it's just I want to be around people who are like me, and I can understand that urge to want to be around people you identify with. But at the same time, you know, don't discriminate against other people just because of, you know, where they happen to be born. Like, girl, sit your little ass down somewhere.
And we've let these people be around people that look like them, and you see what they did, and they enslaved race, and they killed off another one. So it's just like, girl, we've let y'all do that before.
And that shit has turned out to be trash. So y'all gonna have to educate yourselves, learn about different cultures. Y'all gonna have to expand your horizons.
You're gonna have to, because just like the conversation we had earlier about, you know, I know I grew up thinking that English was the only language that mattered. Like, English was English. Like, this is the only language that matters, but it's not like that.
That's funny, because I grew up speaking Patois and like Jamaican and English, so I was interested in different languages, which is why I was so invested in Spanish as well. And like, I can understand when Gio and Jonathan be talking. But yeah, so it's interesting just because of where my culture comes from, that I was open to it. But you said you had to open yourself up to it. So it's just different processes. But I think as long as you're going through the process, as long as you're trying to educate yourself, that you're on the right track.
Because you might not necessarily know the language, but you'll know the culture a little bit more.
Right.
Because, you know, as we were talking about this same thing with their religion, we saw the video of the baby being baptized, and then, you know, people in different countries that might look and say, that's crazy. And we're looking at people who sitting here piercing and doing stuff with their children and stuff at a young age.
Like, why would you do that? Right. But if that's all you know, is that's what you were born into, it's not going to be seen as crazy.
And the babies look like they were about to die. Girl, they look like they were about to choke him.
Listen, bitch. You know, when I was young, because my mom is very religious, she didn't baptize me or anything when I was a kid.
I was not baptized.
No, that's to me, that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
She didn't do that. She had me like blessed or whatever in front of the church. And, you know, don't let my son be gay and like dicks, girl.
Oh, girl, I did something like that. I did something like that in Sunday school, but I felt it was because of peer pressure. Like, I raised my hands up. She's like, I was asking questions about being saved and how does that work, because I've never been baptized before. So she was like, you can be saved right here. You just lay all your stuff down. I was like, girl, that's how it works. Like, each and every time, like, I got some bad thoughts in my head right now.
That's why, I mean, that's a whole nother video, because we could talk about that. Like that religion. Ooh, you said podcast.
Yeah.
We are versatile. We don't just talk about one thing, girl.
Okay. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this shit's about to start in January, because it's just been leaked. Y'all gonna have to don't quote me on this, but I really think it's going to be a lot of like talk about impeachment, because there's so much going on. Like, I don't even think Donald Trump even knew he was gonna win. So that's why he paid those people off. That's why he paid those folks at Trump University off. Like, there's so much stuff going on. Then he got his kids sitting down in meetings with him, talking to foreign leaders and stuff. Like, it's gonna be backlash at and then Melania said she don't be at the White House.
Girl, she said,
I don't want your ass at the White House.
I'm glad
the beautiful black woman just left. I'm not here for her, and I don't want to hear necessarily this talk about you can drag Melania Trump without being what is it?
Like slut shaming.
Yes, you can talk. But my thing is, girl, which I haven't slut shamed her too. I don't care for the damn picture, because she look like a baked ass pork chop on that whole any damn way, bitch.
You know, I said I'm gonna measure you with the same stick that y'all measured Michelle Obama.
That's what I'm saying.
I said y'all hoes is dragging her for her short ass skirts, but this bitch can get on there with her titties and pussy out, and y'all are just don't drag her. But you was dragging Michelle.
And then conservatives be the worst ones with that fucking family first ass bullshit. And now y'all got a president and leader of y'all ass who's been married more than once, twice, and probably 3 times. And I never will forget that picture that they had with Michelle, the cartoon picture they did with Michelle and Barack with the fist, and they had her in a big fro and malicious stuff around her. They wanted to say she was like some Black Panther.
Girl,
or some shit.
she said it was calling her Obama's baby mama and shit like that. Just all type of disrespectful shit. So no, I'm finna drag.
And that woman, when she was sitting there and having a conversation with Melania Trump, she was the only one that can speak without a goddamn thing in her goddamn hand.
Listen, bitch.
Okay.
So I'm finna drag. You hoes spending years dragging our asses because of our race, But I will drag you because of your behavior. I think that shit is more.
That's where the key is at, because they won't be able to hit us like we're gonna hit Donald Trump because he has issues. Clearly, he's xenophobic, he's a racist as fuck, and he's a goddamn bigot. So I'm just like, I'm not basing him off the fact that he don't have lips and he don't know how to season on goddamn food.
Okay, and his motherfucking hair look like tumbleweed.
I'm not doing that based off his race. I'm doing that based off his behavior. Other people did Barack Obama like that. They talked about him. It was, and then even when he's getting ready to doing the transition to Trump being president, people been saying disrespectful stuff about Barack Obama and his wife, and the aping heels come in from that fucking.
Girl, I dragged that motherfucker.
I could not believe that Dixie plate face ass bitch.
Girl, that motherfucking pumpkin pie face ass motherfucker had really tried it. I dragged her ass.
I was not here for her ass either. I was like, girl, you look like an angry ass in.
She looked like a baboon while she talking shit.
That bitch her face was built like no. Just like bounce that ass like no.
Bounce that ass like no.
Cause I just could not believe she like a strong ass fat kneecap. Like she had a face in her face.
Bitch, she was built like a chemical plant in the motherfucker.
Bitch, DuPont cheese, bitch. Okay, the shell oil spill, bitch.
Bitch, I'm talking about Ursula goddamn Tease, bitch.
She did like Ursula. She did like.
That's what I'm saying. She needs to steal somebody's voice, bitch, because she used hers incorrectly.
Bitch, she looked like the goddamn TV that was supposed to just sits on the floor of Grandma's house.
Yes.
No, just
old as fuck and
not needed, no purpose.
Dusty.
But nobody keep it like carrying your big ass out the door, bitch.
Right, but I did.
Okay.
On that note, bitch, that's how we end the goddamn video. Make sure you stay tuned, ho. It has just begun.
Okay. We'll talk y'all later.
Bye.